Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the feature selection method. There are different type of the feature selection method we use, but today I am going to discuss about the filter based feature selection method. So what is the filter based feature selection method? As the name suggests, filter, it means we filter the features in our data set. There are 4 features we have. This is your first feature, second feature, third feature, and fourth feature is your output. So we filter the features. It means I am going to train our model by using these features, and this is your output. So what we will do, we will do our analysis only on these features, these 3 features, and we will filter these features on the basis of analysis. How do we perform the analysis? Now question comes that. So for that we use the statistical method, like your mean, median, variance, like your skewed data set. So there are different statistical method we used, and also we use the hypothesis testing, like your ANOVA test or F test, like your chi-square test, and the different tests we can use to perform the analysis, and on the basis of that analysis we filter out the features. Filter means we can select or remove the features for our machine learning training. So that is called as a filter based feature selection method. Now if you see, these methods relies on the characteristics of these variables. It means I select this feature first and I want to perform the analysis whether I have to keep this feature or I want to remove this feature. So might be I can check the variance in that data set, might be I can check the means and how the data is skewed. According to that I can perform our analysis. There are the different techniques we can perform on that feature, but more point we have to consider that we perform analysis individually on each features. It means if we are going to perform our analysis on feature 1, then we will not take any relationship with the other features. It means I am going to perform the analysis on the feature A. So it means there are the 3 features we have. So what we will do, we will perform analysis only on A features. We will not make any relationship between A and B or A and C, right? We perform analysis individually in each features, and on that basis we filter out our data. So that is called as your filter based feature selection method. And what is the advantage of these features? Advantage is that because we are going to perform the analysis individually, that's why they are computationally inexpensive and can process thousands of features in a matter of seconds. And these methods are very good for eliminating irrelevant, redundant, constant, and duplicate and correlated. These are the main advantages of the filter based feature selection method. And what are the different methods we normally used? First, we can categorize in 3 parts. First one is your basic statistical filter methods. In this method, what the methods we can use the variance threshold, and we can remove the duplicate features. We will discuss all these features in a separate video. So in the variance threshold, this is our data set we have. In this data set I have 3 features, 1, 2, 3, and this is your output. So I have some data like your 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Here we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Here we have like 2, 4, 5, 9, 15. And these are some output. We can see the A, B, C, and D. These are the outputs. So if we will apply the variance threshold method, in that case what we will do, we will calculate the variance of the feature 1, variance of the feature 2, variance of the feature 3. If our variance is equal to 0, it means this is your constant feature. Constant means all the value will be equal, either 0, 1, 2, any value, but all the value will be equal. It means there will be no any variance. So that's why this is called as your constant feature. And what is a quasi-constant feature? Quasi-constant feature means if our variance is less than 0.01, it means 1%. If our variance is less than 1%, then we can say that this feature's value is almost constant. It means all the values are equal except 1 or 2 value. Here you can see there are 5 value, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 values are equal and other value is not equal. It means all the values are almost equal. That's why our variance will be less than 1%. So these type of the value or features are called as your quasi-constant. So we also remove these features. We will also remove this feature. We will also remove this feature with the help of variance threshold. We will also calculate the variance of this feature. If the variance of this feature is greater than 1%, we can say that most of the values are not constant. So that's why we will keep this value as it is. Why? Because if the variance is 1 or 0, it means all the value will be almost equal, at 2, 2, 2, 2. So these values will not make any significance while doing the prediction. Correct? If all the values are equal, this value will not make any significance when we will perform the prediction or classification. So that's why we remove this type of the features in our analysis. So that is called your variance threshold. Second is your remove duplicate features. Let there are the 4 features we have. 1, 2, 3. This is your output. Let this is our data. We have 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. Let 9, 12, 14 and 18. If you see, these 2 features are duplicate. It means same. So what we can do? We can keep only 1 features out of 2. So we can remove these features with the help of some statistical method that we will discuss in our separate video. So if we have like some duplicate features in our data set, so we remove those duplicate features, and in that way we can improve the accuracy of the model. And Pearson correlation coefficient, it means in the same example, if I will say this and this both have the same correlation, if I will plot this, okay, let this and this both will have the same direction of each the data points. It means this feature, A feature and B feature, both are correlated to each other. So we remove 1 feature in our data set. Spearman rank correlation, it means this feature we use for some non-collinear. If we have some non-collinear in our data set, so we try to perform this particular feature selection technique to find any relationship between the 2 features A and B and try to remove or filter out those features in our data set. We will discuss in more details in our coming videos. And same for the Kandali rank coefficient. This also work in the same way for the non-linear based data set. So the third one is your statistical test based method. It means ANOVA, mutual or chi-square test. These methods we have already discussed in our statistical playlist, where we have discussed, these are the 2 data set we have. In our data set, in the first data set we have column A, in another data set we have column B. So we try to find that both data set are equal, A and B. So we make this is your null hypothesis. So we have to prove this. We prove with the help of some analysis. Let's be consider the p-value mostly. So we perform the p-value analysis by using the z-test or t-test and some other methods, and we try to prove this. If we are not able to prove this, in that case our alternate hypothesis will be accepted. It means both data set is not equal. So this way we perform some statistical test. So same thing I am going to use here. For that I will use the sklearn library where we have the pre-built module for the app test, ANOVA test or chi-square or the mutual information. We will use those modules to perform the feature selection. We will understand in more details in our coming video. So these are the different filter based methods which we are going to cover in our coming videos. That's it from my side for today. In our next video, we will discuss about the variance threshold and will perform the hands-on. I hope you will like this video. If you will like, please share with your friends and colleagues and subscribe my channel. Thank you.